Fighter profiles. Terence "Bud" Crawford, American professional boxer from Omaha, Nebraska. One of the most technically gifted, versatile fighters of his generation. Entered the fight undefeated with a strong record, and had recently moved up to welterweight after success at lower weights. Jose "Merciless" Benavidez Jr., American boxer from Phoenix, Arizona. Undefeated coming into the fight. A highly touted prospect with an impressive amateur background. Known for his aggressive style and punching power. Fight setup date, October 13, 2018. Venue, CHI Health Center, Omaha, Nebraska, USA. Crawford's hometown, giving him a loud and supportive crowd. WBO World Welterweight Championship, 147 lbs, 66.7 kilos. Rounds, scheduled for 12. Broadcast, televised on ESPN, and part of a major top-rank fight card. Pre-fight narrative: Benavidez had talked confidently in the lead-up. Some saw this as his biggest jump in competition to date. Crawford was focused on defense and tactical boxing, and quietly confident based on his skill set and adaptability. Analysts predicted a competitive bout, but many still favored Crawford due to his experience and ring IQ. Round 1 fight starts with both men testing distance, timing punches, and feeling each other out. Crawford uses lateral movement and feints to snap jabs and avoid Benavidez's power shots. Benavidez tries to assert pressure, but Crawford's defensive agility frustrates many of his attempts. Round 2. Crawford increases activity with combinations to the head and body, probing Benavidez's defense. Benavidez lands occasional clean shots, but generally struggles to connect consistently. Judges' scorecards begin with Crawford slightly ahead, due to cleaner, more accurate punching. Round 3. Benavidez continues to come forward, trying to let his hands go in volume. Crawford cleverly pivots off the center line, seldom allowing Benavidez to trap him on the ropes. Good early rounds for Crawford. His jab is setting up everything else. Round 4, Benavidez's aggression remains, but without much success. Crawford's jab and straight right keep him ahead, while his head movement reduces sustained exchanges. At this point, the fight shapes up as Crawford controlling range and tempo, while Benavidez hunts for a big shot to swing momentum. Round 5. Crawford starts mixing in body shots, targeting Benavidez's midsection to slow his forward pressure. Bodywork is significant because it gradually takes away energy from Benavidez, a tactic Crawford has used effectively throughout his career. Round 6. Benavidez connects with a few hooks, showing resilience, but the volume still favors Crawford. The champion counters effectively, landing clean shots after Benavidez commits. Rounds 7 to 8. Benavidez begins showing signs of fatigue from the body attack. Crawford starts dictating timing more clearly. Feinting to draw reactions and capitalizing with sharp counters. The fight at this stage resembles a masterclass of distance management, with Crawford threatening combinations and avoiding long stretches of Benavidez offense. By around the 8th round, judges and commentators note that Crawford is consistently outlanding Benavidez and looks to be in control of the fight. Round 9. Crawford maintains a higher punch output, mixing head and body shots. Benavidez lands sporadic punches, but his outputs decrease, a sign of fatigue and effective strategy by Crawford. Round 10. Crawford's jab consistently snaps Benavidez's head back and interrupts his rhythm. Benavidez's offense slows further. He is still trying to engage, but has less pop and fewer clear openings. Round 11, neither fighter lands a definitive, fight-changing blow, but Crawford's combinations are cleaner. more accurate, and systematically wearing Benavidez down. At this stage, most observers see Crawford ahead on the scorecards with a comfortable technical lead, positioning himself to control the late rounds. Final round action. Crawford begins the round pushing the pace, knowing a knockout would eliminate any close scorecards. Midway through the round, Crawford lands a sharp uppercut followed by a right hand that drops Benavidez. Benavidez rises but clearly shaken. Crawford follows up with a flurry along the ropes, clean combinations that visibly stun his opponent. Referee Celestino Ruiz steps in at 2:42 of round 12 to stop the fight, as Benavidez is unable to defend effectively. Result winner, Terence "Bud" Crawford via 12th round TKO. Crawford retains the WBO Welterweight Championship. Aftermath. Crawford's uppercut and follow-up punches were the difference, demonstrating his ability to finish fights even after leading on points. Benavidez's status as a rising contender was confirmed, despite the loss, and he would continue his career with future bouts, though he has faced ups and downs, including suspensions. Punch stats and control. According to CompuBox data, Crawford significantly outlanded Benavidez in the second half of the fight, especially total punches and power shots. Crawford's varied attack, mixing head and body shots, disrupted Benavidez's rhythm and drained his energy. Key strengths on display: footwork and distance management. Crawford rarely allowed Benavidez to set his feet for power combinations. Jab and counters. The jab kept Benavidez honest throughout most rounds. Versatility. Crawford switched angles and tempos repeatedly, a trademark of elite technicians. Conditioning. While Benavidez began strong, Crawford's pace and body shots took over later rounds. Styles and strategic outcome. Best described as a smart boxer versus aggressive puncher matchup, in which skill, timing, ring generalship, and versatility, all hallmarks of Crawford's game, were decisive.